Hello and welcome to this EPS information update. I am Jay Buno. I'm the Executive Director of Special Services here in Evergreen Public Schools, and I would like to talk for a few minutes today about our special education programming and our reopening plan. Before I do that, I'd like to just take a step back and review the general education opening plan. As you know, the school board has approved a remote learning plan as is required by OSPI and the Department of Health. Our reopening plan will allow for students that need additional services to be provided supports as is required and outlined by the Department of Health. And the district will be implementing all health and safety guidelines to do that. And as I have responded to parents, and I need to review with everybody, IEPs determine services and supports students get. The IEP dictates specifically how those services are delivered, and as we move into the remote learning process, the IEP will become the focus of service and supports for students as it was before. In the springtime, we were provided recommendations from the state to provide continuous learning plans, and as we move forward, we'll be returning to the IEP. So special education services in Evergreen will follow the Remote 2.0 learning plan. What does that mean? That means that students will have specific scheduled service delivery times for minutes outlined in their IEP. We know that we're going to be working with families, and we want to work with families to support students in the best way we can in an environment that maintains health and safety for both the student, staff, and community members. IEPs in the remote environment will be closely monitored. We will be tracking students' IEP goal progress. We'll be tracking students' progress in the general education curriculum and collaborating with families on a regular basis to ensure that students are making progress and receiving the education and supports that they need to be successful in the general education program. There will be students, and we're aware, that require more intensive individual services. And IEP teams, which those will include families, will meet and will need to determine how and what services would need to be provided to enable the student to better access in a remote environment. There are many things that can be done that would enable students to be successful and be independently work and make progress, and those things we will implement in collaboration with the IEP teams. In addition to that, I think everybody has heard our superintendent and me and our school board talk about in-person services. So IEP teams can make individual decisions related to providing in-person services, following all Department of Health guidelines, all safety protocols for students and staff on bringing students in with the most significant needs and providing some in-person supports. We will do this on a case-by-case basis, and it'll happen because your student isn't or has not made progress on their goals, isn't or has not engaged in the remote curriculum. And we want to be able to do this to make sure that students are progressing. We will be implementing multiple modalities, so there will be digital resources, there will be paper and pencil resources, there will be live class supports via virtual webinar type activities. They'll be recorded or on-demand services. And for some of our students who we all agree weren't able to make the progress they needed to, we will be moving forward with one-to-one instruction and or small group instruction in person when determined by the IEP team. IEP managers will be contacting families once school starts and having conversations on what that will look like. If you'd like to talk specifically about your student's IEP, please call your IEP manager. Special education staff will be returning for the school year on August 26th. If you need or want to speak with me or talk to the special education administrators, you can call us at 360-604-6700. And as I did in the springtime, any updates related to special education programming will be posted on our district website, and specifically on the special education page, and you can go there to get additional information. I hope what I've shared is helpful. I have responded to families individually, and these are the things that have been of concern and question, and I hope that that will alleviate some genuine and legitimate concerns, and more specific information related to your student's program we will need to have in the IEP setting, and that hopefully can occur as soon as possible once school starts. So I thank you for your time, and look forward to getting started in the school year and getting students in as soon as we can, following the Department of Health guidelines, and getting back to a typical school schedule once we're allowed to do that. So thank you very much.